Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, as we got Joe Budden out here threatening to take legal action against 50 Cent over getting cooked online, which is wild because they've been cooking Drake on their podcast for turning to the law, and we'll expand on this in a moment. Today we also have more on Eminem as Slim Shady LP turned 26 just hours ago, and we got a reaction from Royce the 5'9", and also some classic interview from Eminem that resurfaced online, and we will expand on this in a moment. Today we also have some drama linked to Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, and if you recall, a few months back we covered the story of when Lupe Fiasco was duking it out with Kendrick Lamar fans on social media when Lupe reposted a video to prove that in the real world people would still pick Drake over Kendrick.
Big thing on the internet is Kendrick versus Drake. We need your take. Drake off the bat.
My favorite artist, so that's easy.
Drake, you got backed by Clayton Clark. You got to choose a side.
Drake.
Drake.
For sure.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. I feel like I listen to more Kendrick, so I would say Kendrick.
One for Kendrick.
I don't know.
She don't want to get in the mix.
I would have to go with Drake just because of the variety of music. I'm gonna go with Drake.
I feel like I like Kendrick more, but I listen to Drake more. I might have to take Drake just because I listen to his music more.
I'm gonna just stay on the neutral side. I gotta choose Drake.
I am going to choose Drake.
I really love Kendrick, his music. But, you know, I gotta go with my home roots. Drake, Drizzy Drake from the 6. That's how I'm feeling.
I always listen to Drake pregame, so I need that. I need to keep it with Drake, yeah.
Drake's that dude. Okay.
Well, we got to hear from the WNBA star who picked Kendrick Lamar, as apparently someone in Kendrick's team spoke to her about that video. Check out a snippet from Straight to Camp podcast.
If I am listening to music before the game, I listened to Kendrick a lot. When the draft was going on, we were doing questions on the orange carpet. Question was Kendrick or Drake.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. I feel like I listen to more Kendrick, so I would say Kendrick.
And everyone chose Drake, and I was the only one who chose Kendrick. Some people went undecided. Fast forward to USC Notre Dame women's basketball game a while ago. A guy came up to me with his super cute daughter. He was like, I work with Kendrick. Whoa. And he noticed that you were the only person that said him. Whoa. And he f***s with you. He says you're LA. I was like, really? I was like, I love you, Kendrick. So then he was like, I'll take a video and I'll show it to him. I'll send it to him. And then the video, I was like taking the phone. I was like, I love you, Kendrick. Maybe he was lying. I don't know. But I think he knows who I am. And that was a highlight of my life.
And Drake fans have been using this as ammo to drag Kendrick Lamar since, as this blew up on X. Quote, thank you for being the only one that picked me. My God, Kendrick is such an insecure, corny bum loser, man. Loudly crying emoji. I wish he would just come out and say, quote, I don't like Drake because no matter how many accolades and achievements I have, he's still more popular, and call it a day. And boy, this beef has certainly reached nuclear levels of toxicity. To be honest, both fan bases at this point will pick anything to win some points during debates, and Drake fans kept going. People don't realize why Drake was clowning his height in Family Matters. It is cause this dude loves tall white women, laughing emoji. Whitney, Cameron, and that whole song about smashing Viking women. It is a pattern.
Oh, so now you're a doctor.
And if this story from Cameron isn't true, I bet it wouldn't take long before someone in Kendrick's team shuts this down, because Drake fans have really been going off in response to this snippet. And people swear that Kendrick isn't on social media loudly crying emojis. This proves that that man has been jealous of Drake because he thinks he's the better rapper, but Drake has all the commercial success and the ability to make back-to-back hit records. And some have now expanded. She doesn't know how bad this sounds, loudly crying emoji, but we don't know if the person who she's actually speaking about was affiliated to Kendrick Lamar. But what are your thoughts on the story? And speaking on Kendrick, we got controversial internet personality out here shocking some fans on social media with his take on Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. And this snippet has since gone viral. Check it out from Say Cheese TV.
I thought it was bullshit. I thought it was a bullshit performance. That symbolism shit is hoe shit. Symbolism and revolution cannot be spoken the same words. The revolution is about action. It ain't about no fucking secret puzzle, and you got to try to understand the hidden concepts and precepts that's being dropped. The revolution have never been about symbolism. Symbolism is a Masonic, the Masons kind of shit, homie. Putting shit in symbols, homie. And let me just say this. Performing at the Super Bowl is like the slave being invited to the front of the mansion, to be in the front yard and get to perform in front of Massa and his family and friends while they sit on the porch. And y'all out in the front doing your slave dances, and you get to perform in front of the house. That's what the Super Bowl performance was like. So to say, man, he did this, he had the symbols in it, homie, that don't do nothing for black people. Symbolism don't do nothing for black people. But the most disgraceful thing that I seen was Serena Williams up there crip walking. That was the most disgraceful thing that I saw during that performance. Her sister
Didn't her sister get killed by a
by the
Crip?
Crips. Yeah, to be married to a white man up there dancing on the stage to try to get back at your ex-boyfriend who got way more money than your white husband, and you up there crip walking doing a dance, and you got black people clapping saying that's probably the best performance, man. The best performance ever was Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson when he snatched that thing off and her titty came out. That's the best Super Bowl performance ever in human history. Nothing will ever be able to top that. Janet Jackson titty coming out and Justin, man, nothing will ever be able to top that Super Bowl performance. Had never happened in the history of television. Even the FCC had to come with some new rules and regulations for performances. Kendrick Lamar performing probably was the worst. All he did was put his hands on his hips and wiggle, doing that little worm dance. Black people was crip walking and running in circles. I told y'all that's all they were gonna be doing, but twisting their feet on stage. And basically this whole performance was about Drake. It wasn't about his songs and his lyrical content and lyrical talent. It was all about Drake. I give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, I was there.
Bullshit.
It was very underwhelming.
And some have fired back at him with, Charleston White has been talking about this Super Bowl performance for 2 weeks. Laughing emoji. Bro really hates the fact Kendrick has more influence to the culture than him. Besides, Kendrick has never said he's an activist, he just rap. And a lot of people relate to it and start calling him an activist. However, on the other end, some agree with him. If Kendrick was about it like he pretends to be, then he would have took a knee like Kaepernick. But what are your thoughts on his take? Perhaps he was trolling. It is hard to tell with Charleston White. And moving on, Eminem's Slim Shady LP turned 26 hours ago, and overall it is considered to be one of the all-time classics in hip-hop and has reportedly sold over 7.3 million album units in the United States and over 14.4 million globally. And we got a throwback interview that have resurfaced of this album. Check it out from Much TV.
For me, my music is like therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a way for me to get stuff off my chest. I haven't always been pissed off. I haven't always been mad. It's just came to a boiling point for me. You know what I mean? I've been through so much stuff in my life that, you know, I kind of reached a point where I was just fed up, and it shows on the record. I don't think nobody will ever understand what's completely on my mind. And I'm not asking people to, you know. My album is kind of like inviting you into my world. If you want to come into it, you do. If you don't, you don't. And I feel like one of the reasons that it's selling so many records is probably because there's so many kids that can relate to what I've been through. You know, there's kids that can listen to the music and say, I've been there. There's a lot of poor people in the world. There's a lot of lower class people that have been through a lot of stuff. The album cover goes along with the Bonnie and Clyde, 97 Bonnie and Clyde theme. And that song is about me murdering my daughter's mother and putting them in the trunk. And at the time when I wrote that song, I really felt like I wanted to do that. There's a lot of fathers that go through a lot of stuff with their babies' mothers, and they want to do that stuff, but they just don't say it. Whatever's on my mind, I'm going to say it. If I'm thinking it, I'm going to say it. I've always been that type of person. If I'm evil enough to think it, or I'm demented enough to think it, or I'm smart enough to think it, then I'm gonna say it.
And we got Royce the 5'9" react to this anniversary with Change My Life Forever. And for Royce, a user expanded, I was 5. This was my introduction to rap. And I'll be looking forward to your stories about the Slim Shady LP in the comment section, as it is not just Royce the 5'9", but we also got Joe Budden, who was massively influenced by this album.
Rock Bottom helped me immensely. Like, I can't explain what that record did. I couldn't even understand who was this man putting these words together this way, going through this, feeling like this. Like, That's how I feel. I just can't rap as good.
And speaking on Joe Budden, since he's been getting cooked by 50 Cent all week because he decided to call out 50 for how he reacted to Irv Gotti's news and even suggested that 50 needs therapy. Well, he is now threatening to sue 50 for trolling him relentlessly. 50 posted the snippet.
50 been posting me for 7 days in a row. Fucking what else happened? If I have a problem with it, we getting lawyers involved. Like, what would you want me to do? Because that's illegal. But
illegal?
Yeah, you can't take all these AI pics and just start. That's what Shorty is going to court for. You can't do that. But I don't have a problem with it, and I think that's corny. And that's 50. I got all the respect in the world from. But if I get tired of it and it stops paying, then yeah, it's lawyer time.
And 50 added the caption, so that's the plan, laughing emoji. You gonna sue me, Joe? I think you are mistaking me for someone else. I'ma get face to face with you so you can tell me about the therapy I need. And boy, social media users are shocked by the hypocrisy on Joe Budden's end, hence reactions like laughing emojis. Dudes will go back and forth with Drake, but when it is 50, they want to sue, loudly crying emoji. And the ignorance of some users was showing in takes like, well, I guess Joe was right, cause then 50 deleted all them pictures. He got scared, laughing emoji. And to this a user cleared the air. He deleted them way before Joe came out with this. You must be new to 50's page. He doesn't keep all of his troll posts up. Some he does, some he doesn't. This is the norm. Keep up. LOL. This same video has Joe's photo in it. 50 isn't scared at all. Laughing emoji. And this is true. 50 has been doing this for years. He deletes some of his troll posts a couple of hours after, which is enough for them to make headlines. And for instance, the post about Irv Gotti from 50, where he revealed no Eminem no 50, the one we covered in our last coverage, has already been deleted by 50. This is nothing new, and users kept going. Funny how time reveals everything. It was corny to sue, now you might sue, huh? Cause of what? You don't like how someone's playing with your name, LOL. But all in all, perhaps moving forward, Joe Budden would be more cautious when he gets to segments about 50 on his podcast. As so far, 50 has clearly shown that he's not Drake and that he's no new generation rapper. And check this out, 50 Cent just messing with Joe Budden. He wants that dude to know it could get real serious if he keeps talking greasy, though Joe Budden don't want them issues. But over to you guys, share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.